mentioned this before, and I'm sure you'll all agree with me on this, simply that if you and you remember when you first started school, if you'd have lied about anything on your CV going for jobs, it would have been nitpicked away and you would have either been fired, demoted, or at least put on some kind of suspension for 3 months to see how you fared. Basically meaning they wouldn't pay you anything extra, overtime probably would have to be done for free, and then they still could fire you at the end. This is the luxury not really afforded, of course, to these particular individuals, including the current British Chancellor of the Exchequer, Rachel Reeves. Now, Rachel apparently is something of a liar, doctored her CV, wasn't doing exactly what she claimed she was doing in this particular job, somehow fudged her way through to her real passion, which is socialism. Didn't really care about banking, but it was a way in, right? Now, what's interesting about this particular situation is, as I told you the other day, apparently, it's been a little bit short in people coming forward to say exactly what Rachel did wherever she worked, at the HSBC, Halifax Bank up in Halifax in West Yorkshire, or indeed, more predominantly, at the rather prestigious Bank of England. Well, now, somehow, miraculously, the former head of the Bank of England, Mark Carney, has come out to defend Rachel Reeves. But it's all what it seems. Let me explain. Morning, good to see you. Thank you so much as ever for your time. Lovely to have your company. The beauty about working in television, you meet every single person through those doors. And what I love about working in TV studios is they're so wrapped up in themselves, they never notice you. You know what I'm saying? And Mark Carney, the former head of the Bank of England, was simply no different, right? I've met quite a few from that particular sector. He came in, he thought he was something of a glamour boy, very, very vain on camera, making sure the lights suited him, all that sort of stuff. But now, apparently, he's been out of the limelight a bit, so suddenly he's decided that, well, Rachel Reeves was an economist, and he does remember her at the Bank of England. Well, let me just point two things out, He really, in order to validate this, should exactly pull up her CV of the time and the role that she had. He hasn't. He's just basically hoping his voice will be enough. So why has he suddenly decided to actually support this alleged lying chancellor? Two things really. He wants a bit of an award, as some kind of honorary thing. They all love it. She has the power to push that through. Do you understand? So if he backs her, he's done a huge favour in her time of turmoil, and guess what? He would be looking for that. Nobody else so far has come out, so you understand. No former workers, no former managers. Nobody's interested. But of course, when you've got something that the other person wants, suddenly you remember what a good person they are. Now, I would throw this out to Mr. Carney and say, well, dig up her CV, and did you really look into it? Because, of course, he's got more to lose if he employed her without doing thorough checks. And so far, it appears that Rachel from accounts from Halifax in West Yorkshire was nothing more than a sash wearer greeting customers as she popped through the door. But somehow, whichever way she's done it, she became the Chancellor of the Exchequer. People over here just see her now as a liar, a position untenable. Nobody will take her seriously. She can talk all she wants. Even with the support of the former Bank of England manager, Mark Carney, it's not going away. But good try, Mark. And let's hope that she sees fit to give you what you've actually wanted in the first place. Neil Sean in the very heart of London.